Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm pretty much going to follow the directions exactly as they say. So I'm referring back to this book a lot. There's a lot of steps in here. There's some steps that go in for automatic transmission versus manual transmission, what you need to do. Everything's different. You see manual transmission, all these pages here I'm tabbed off 2010, then there's 11 up. I'm running this on a 2015 JKU Sport. So just so you guys know, I'm going to go to another video then about what all I've done to here. We'll talk about that later. So the first thing first, we're going to need to take off the battery connectors. So as I said in the unboxing video, most of the tools it looks like you're going to need is all this right here. So I'm going to try to use just the tools that Jeep came with, and then they give you the Allen wrench you're going to need for some other little parts. They give you that right in this kit too. So everything you need should be between this and here. Hopefully that's it. If I need anything else, tools besides wire strippers or something I want to connect the wire, and then I'm not worried about that right now. First thing, I think all we're going to need to install everything is right here. So let's get started. First thing first, of course, take off the battery terminals. It's the first thing you got to do every time you're working with electrical. Yeah, we all know it. But, of course, it's the first thing they relay in their messages. So we're going to take them off here. Let's do... Alright, change the angle a bit. I got a different mount for my GoPro, so it's mounted top now so you can see down what I'm doing instead of straight across the chest. Alright, so... And there we go. Alright, so that's off now. Alright, we're going to run that, leave that up and over here for now. Alright. Next step here is they want you to cut these two zip ties off here. If you can see them well enough. These two little guys right here. There's two zip ties right here. So we're going to cut them off. And they want you to remove these grommets as well. So take not the grommets, the little zip tie connectors they got going here. So we'll take them out. Alright. So there's that step. Next thing here, we need the clamps. All right. So we're gonna go into our kit here, our little painless wiring kit we have here. We need these two clamps here. Okay, so these guys here, they go over the factory wiring harness. So they're just gonna go, try to pry them apart a little bit, move them down to where your other ones were, marks from your old ones. Alright. Actually, it only says use one, so that might have been my mistake, but we're going to maybe use this one in a minute. I'm not sure yet. So we're going to need this. It looks like we will need another tool. We're going to need some ratchets. That's not right. Hang on a second. Alright, so I did find the correct one. So this part gets a little bit confusing. So they don't want you to mount it up top where it was. They want you to mount it down in here now, like that. So I'm gonna need some more tools apparently. So you can't do it with just the tools that Jeep comes with. Apparently you're gonna need a little bit more, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, you need a 7/16 ratchet wrench for this. Did one of my washers fall? Okay, if it did, I can get a new one. Oh no, it's right there. Alright, so gonna mount this sucker up and we'll go from there. Alright, so here we're going to need a 10 millimeter, which is one that comes with the Jeep. And we're going to take off this bolt right here. We're going to take that off and we're going to put the harness inside. So let's take this off. And of course, just doesn't want to fit. Alright, well, got a big old extension here. Let's get this sucker in here and get to work. Now is when we start installing fun stuff. Okay. So now we're gonna start installing the big boy. The directions, they have the cover off. I'm gonna leave it on for my purposes. Anyways, this one here will go right over the screw we just took out. How do they have this? They have it going over the positive terminals, which might be a little pain in the butt for me later, so we're gonna fix some stuff now. I see having some issues later. Hang on one second. Alright, so that was one of the wires I'm taking out anyways that I had to cut off. Alright, so let's get this working again. So like I was just saying, like I said earlier, these wires are long. So I'm gonna kind of wrap them around the front of the Jeep here. Just like so. That's how it looks to me. See, it goes right over that screw right there we just took off. See it right there? So now we need more of those clamps that we were talking about earlier. We need 2 of them here. And these are to go around these big old wires here. They want you to wrap them around here to run up over to the other side, to the driver's side. So we're gonna get our nuts and bolts together and start moving on this. So I actually went and stole my daughter's stool for she uses to brush her teeth, so I can get up here and hear better. Alright, so we're gonna take our 2 clamps. So all this wire and harness here, they want you to take all this, run it back up this way. Alright, then the nuts and bolts we got earlier. I'm gonna go just like so. So when we first removed the this 2 kind of zip tie holders things out of here, that's where these bolts are going now. And that's mounting the whole fuse panel, because this is a fuse panel in here. Oh, crud. to the engine compartment. So I think I just realized why they had this cover off. Gives you a little bit more room to be able to work in there. So we'll just spin that off quick. I'll give you guys a chance to see the actual fuse panel. That's inside here. So that's all the fuses and the relays inside. And this does accommodate up to 8 accessories. Now, it only comes with 6 switches, but you can add more switches to it if you want, and all the wiring harness is already done for you, which is really nice. So, back in here we go. And now, it's real simple. We're just going to put that screw back on here that we took off earlier. Then the last step for right now is I just want you to take the wiring harnesses and zip tie it right across the top. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to stop recording, change battery, do this, and then I'll show you what it's done. Looks like when I'm done. So as you guys can see, the wires now run from here all the way back up and over to the other side. That's where we're at now. I just did 3 zip ties. So I'm willing to bet someone's going to ask, why don't I have an engine cover? Plastic, nice little piece that makes your Jeep look pretty. Funny story is when the Jeep dealership first did my first oil change for me, they messed it up and I lost pretty much all oil pressure. All oil was blown out of my Jeep. They had to tow it back to their shop. They cleaned it out and never put it back on, and I was too pissed off to ever contact them to get it back. So it doesn't bother me. It's only if you want aesthetic pleasures, right? But it doesn't really do much that I know of. If it does, tell me in the comments. Alright, so I have an automatic transmission, so I'm going to follow the automatic transmission stuff. Now, it says to remove the horn that normally sits right here. Now, I don't have that horn because I have my aftermarket air horns. So, it's one step I can skip. But there's a grommet. It looks like it's this one right here that says we need to take out. You can now access the pass-through of the firewall. So that's the one we need. So I gotta pop this sucker out. I'm thinking screwdriver. Now they want this one here, one with the connector on it, carefully pass through here, and I don't know how that's gonna work because that's a little too big for that hole, honestly. Oh, there's one lower down too. I think they want you. I think I took out the wrong one. Yeah, I did. There's a bigger one down lower. So we're gonna put that one back. Back and take out the other one. Alright guys, we're back. I got the other one put back in. So you push this one out and it's just ripping. Let's go look inside, see if we can find it. It just feels like it's all the way up in here, so you really can't see much. So hang on a second. I'll show you one. From out here, I pushed through from out here and then went underneath the dash and pulled everything else out. So now we're going to pass through the white connector very carefully pass this down through here. It's a tight fit for your hands. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Got it through. So that goes through there. And now there's a rubber piece earlier that I was talking about. I gotta find it quick. I think it's in this bag here. Yep. This rubber piece right here. It was supposed to be split. So just gotta put this over, and then I gotta cut it, it looks like, because it wasn't split. Like it says here, split. Apply the rubber grommet with the split facing up. So we're gonna split it, put it over there, and this should tie it all together. Hold on a second while I split it. You can see here it's on two piece splitting somewhat in the middle, circle, so you can make it middle wherever you want. Doesn't look like one side should be in, one side should be out. All it says is circles with the split facing up. So you gotta work this down in here. I think almost this would be better if going from the inside. From the inside, you guys won't be able to see much from here, so I'm just gonna cut the video and let you know when I'm done how I've went. I actually had to go in and cut chunks of it out because it was too big for the hole that they wanted you to put it in. So that's the last piece of instruction before we start going on the inside to install the switch panel stuff. So now that I got that done, I'm going to put my horn back on, and then I will go on the inside and start working. I'll let you guys know I'm there. Done. Now we're going to start taking part for the inside. So we're going to have to remove our driver's side mirror, I guess, right here. 2 bolts there, so we're going to find the tools for that, and we'll be right back. There's that. I want to put that back here, along with that. We got that removed. Get some tools out of our way. Phillips screwdriver. Carefully pop out screw clips holding up our air. And mine are already out, apparently. So, go plastic clips removed, carefully grab the plastic panel shown and pull down. So they want you to grab it like this and pull down. Oh, I do have one clip in there. Alright, so I was wrong. I do have one plastic cover in here. They literally just screw on out, and that comes right on down. That is the little screw we had to take out, right there. So, on my Jeep I have to unplug, I guess, the microphone that's there. So we're going to set that to the side. Next page, moving the passenger side, unhook. Then we just unhook this one, move that over there, move the windshield header trim panel by carefully grabbing and pulling down. Alright, that just pops off. Again, the same screw, we're going to take out those 2. That's an earring. Those are the 2 screws we're going to take out. I had to move this down here. So we're going to set all this right up top here, put this here, and go look at the directions for the next step. Alright, so I need to go get the stuff. I'll be right back. So here's something they don't tell you, is you need this piece here. And it looks like it's just 2 screws here, luckily, 3 screws. But it comes with the Allen key you need for it. So Shouldn't be that hard to take off quick. We needed this panel right here. You need 2 of these and 2 lock washers. That should be it. Let's go. This. Oh, we need 2 flat washers as well. So let's go grab those. So it will go on the bolt. We'll go lock washer, then washer. Let's make sure they sit right here. So like I said, lock washer, then washer. And the hook come right through this little entryway here, just like so, and then right back down and through. Isn't that pretty? It's engineered really well. So 10 millimeter socket again, so let's go grab that. Okay, so the 2 I have are 8 millimeter, apparently not 10, but so put that back. Alright, so next on the top middle piece, the trim piece we took off here, we're gonna have to cut, oh, we need to make an indent here at 11.5 inches. So let's see here, what do I got? As you can see here, it's only just meant for the cable to pass through. So we're gonna check it quick. We have plenty of room. So that'll work well for us. Let's go back to the instructions and see what's next. Next step on the instructions is to cut this little stake off, apparently. So we're gonna need the dikes again, and snipped. Alright, and then we'll just put that back on with the wire running underneath already. So we're gonna need this. And this part might be handy to have 2 people if you have 2 people around to do it, just so help lift everything up. But I don't have someone else around, so we're gonna wing it and see what we get. I mean, we'll be able to do it, just might be a little harder. If I had someone else here, I'd use them. Alright, so that goes up through here. Now that's snapped in. I think the next step is to mount that. Yep, we're gonna put those 3 screws back in here. So it says you're supposed to adjust this bracket on the back to make it stable, touching this piece here. Luckily mine's touching already, so I don't need to fix that at all. I need to fix that piece real quick. That's supposed to go under. Alright guys, so here it is, how it looks. We're gonna have to relocate our rear view mirror. Yeah, I have to reuse the relocation bracket, but we'll do that in a little bit. So now I want you to open the side access panel right here. now we're going to route this down. I mean, I would personally take, how hard does it take this off? Not hard. Alright, so we got to take this off too, so it gets all the way down in there nicely. I'm going to leave that off for right now. This is going to need to go all the way up like this. Make it look nice. Have to plug through the side panel and connect the male plug, trailer switch to the female plug, the trailer center, you get the wire and harness. Alright, so this wire and harness we have here. How do you want to route this up into here is the question. Go right through here. So I'm bringing this up right next to the body, between the body and the dash. Just like so, and connect them. Just like that. Alright, we're connected. Alright, now we just put it all back together. So, give me a minute here. Let's wrap this up and I'll show you what it looks like when we're all done. I'm still inside. I'm going to use the relocation bracket for the rear view mirror so I can actually use the rear view mirror now and have the switch panel on. So the first thing I went and started, forgot to turn you guys on actually. The first thing to do is to remove the screw. I'm trying to find the directions again that this section is. Alright, here we are. So the first thing I want you to do is remove the screw. That's all the way back here. It's a little torque head screw, same size as we were using earlier. So we're going to set that screw right in there, just like so. And then just bend the mirror down and slide her on off. The set screw's already in there. So this just slides over the one that's there. Where did I put the Allen key everything came with? Here it is. Which is a tad too big, so now we got to find another one. So we need a 3/32. Alright, so now we just tighten that set screw down. Oh, don't over torque it. Do not over torque that screw. You can break everything, break your windshield. Then just slide that on in there. Put it where you want it. Grab your torque head again. Grab your screw. And put that back in. So that was a really cool design that it comes with already, not an extra part you gotta order. Comes with it all. So here's the cool part now. You can see it all set up here. You can see switch panels and the rearview mirror with the relocation bracket. Another thing that I have, so I lose pretty much all the middle of my windshield, but I love having my switches up here. I have this one down here, and really I don't care for it as much as this one up here. It's easier to reach. I can still be driving and hit my switches if need be. I'm on trail, or if I'm out, I go on the beach a lot at night with my Jeep. I go down to Aztec Island a lot. Love that place, one of my favorite places to go, and it's always nice to have extra light when you're trying to do stuff out there at night, fishing, whatever. So that's what I use my Jeep for, but that's just me. But yeah, it's so nice having your switches here. So I'm gonna go wire in, start wiring in one of my light bar, and we'll talk about that as we go. My light bar here to the wiring harness. So all these are your accessories you can run off this switch panel. So based on the directions here, for the first switch, it's the gray and white one is what we need. So first thing first, find the gray and white. Gray and white one. Alright, here's the one we need. Alright, as you can see, they give you a ton of extra wire to run everything you possibly think of. It is so nice having all this wire. Gray, white. Alright, so now I need to find my previously wired up where it all runs to and from. So right here I have that in position there, I'm going to zip tie that down because I like where it's sitting right now. Next up we're going to do is I'm going to, while I have all the wires out, put end caps on them all. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extra ones. Like I said, they can handle up to 8 switches. This one only came with 6. Alright, so we're finishing this up now. So the final steps here are to get the negative wire from the kit, put on negative battery, terminal, ooh. Get your negative back on. Now this part is a bit of a pain. Okay, there we go. So, put all my negative stuff back on. My little connector here. Look at my 10mm. 10. Start cranking that sucker down. That didn't sound good. That one there can come off, actually. That's from a different project I worked on. Don't need that anymore. Alright, so we got that one hooked up. Then it says put the positive on. Now there is one step I did not do yet with this kit, and that is wiring it into the ignition system. You can wire it into the ignition system so the lights will only work when the ignition's turned on. But as I said in the opening video, that is something I don't feel comfortable doing by myself, so I'll have someone help me. So now we should have it all hooked up. Let's go see if the light's turned on. Alright. The light's on here. And our light bar is on. So there we go. We successfully hooked the whole thing up and ran all the wires. If you have any questions, let me know. In the comment section. But this build was very easy to do. The instructions were foolproof. You had to make a few modifications to some of the parts, but it was a great experience to do. And I'm very happy with how it sits. So let me know what you guys think. Have a good one.